today. From Buffalo Bills Stadium in Orchard Park, New York, it's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Buffalo Bills taking on the New England Patriots.
Autumn has come to upstate New York, and we find ourselves at Bills Stadium in Orchard Park. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport. As both teams made their way out of the tunnel, these folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New England Patriots and the Buffalo Bills. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Takes it at the 7. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that told me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 23 carries, 96 yards.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
On second down, Mayo. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12.
90 isn't mine. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. 90 isn't mine.
Operating from the gun, Castillo. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on it.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The quarterback sack.
Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on third down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. How about this for an opening drive decision? You got 4th and short, just outside of field goal range in all likelihood. What do you do?
I'm going for it. I've got to go get it right now. I want to establish a tone. It's early in the game. I want to let my offense know that I believe in them. And you know something else? I let my defense know I believe in them also by taking that gamble. If we don't get it, it's okay. You guys will cover for me. Well, that's what's called being aggressive right there. But I don't know that it's reckless. I think it's much more of a message, hey, defense, I believe in you in case we don't get it. And offense, trying to let him know he believes in them as well.
I like it. Your first drive of the game in plus territory. Be aggressive. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. So we'll look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. Looking to throw. Castillo. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing, so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Castillo. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills have taken the early lead. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. If they keep doing that in the 4th quarter, that's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. So now here come the Patriots to take over on offense. And they'll be let out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
A running play on 1st down will get 4 up to the 29.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
The numbers for Jones last week, 4 catches, 85 yards.
I like the performances he's put up throughout the year. That's the reason he's ranked number 9 in the league in receiving yards. And in a league that throws the ball around like crazy, number 9's a good number.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 46. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
8 yards.
You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he'll be close to a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 30. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And right side, Henry's got it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England 1st down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that have to be pinpoint here.
As I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going to play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 3rd down, Horton. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Brought down behind the line.
This defense has really flown around in the 1st half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get his running game going.
On 4th down, Anthony Lynn says, let's go for 3. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Bills' goal line stand is going to get them the football back. Well, I see what they were trying to do there. You pop up your holder, roll them out. You got the option to run or pass. This didn't work.
Not at all. And the communication was excellent defensively to make sure that receivers were covered as they escaped from the line of scrimmage, because that's supposed to be a surprise to everyone, and that's how they get free. People forget their assignments on defense. That didn't happen. And think about the guy rolling out with the football, looking for an open person. No one there.
Helpless feeling.
Helpless, because that gap between you and defenders now is going to close and close quickly.
They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now Castillo from the gun on 3rd down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's 4th. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got a first down past the 30 and all the way up to the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. That run's successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it, and that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield. But that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. The Bills on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Castillo over the middle, complete. That's Ford. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 more on that one and another first down.
3-yard line.
From the gun, Castillo. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Against the ball carrier.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. And they'll get him down right around the 16. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Castillo now to throw on 3rd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And his kick is indeed good. And the lead moves to 10-zip.
That's the score. Bills 10. Patriots nothing.
So that drive began at their own 3. They wind up getting 3 out of it.
And to me, the mentality to begin the drive, that was probably the key to everything. Let's just make sure we take care of the football, give ourselves some room, and maybe punt it away. Instead, it started at the 3, and it ended with 3 points.
Johnson now returning. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Stanford. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Now a pass here, caught by Hunter Henry. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the gun on 3rd down. Stanford. It's caught. Jones. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Throwing again. Stanford goes back to Sutton. This time completes it. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Collins.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball through.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Stanford's pass.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, Stanford. Man open, here is Jones. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
He completes this to Sutton. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Operating from the gun, Stanford. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Now the Patriots moving quickly, hustling up to the line. From the gun, Stanford. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Second and goal from the 1. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Looking to throw on second down. Stanford. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots.
Touchdown.
A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Patriots have cut it back within a score. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a New England touchdown.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Takes this about 5 yards deep.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Back to throw. Castillo. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Patriots still take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down.
7.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll begin out in the windy city of Chicago, and that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. Next, we'll head over to check on the Giants at home at MetLife Stadium. And you can see they are out in front in that one. The Giants looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world and see what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And that game's all tied up as they play the visiting Jaguars. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. Returning it, Johnson. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
New England trying to get a place on offense.
Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Stanford.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Stanford, throw left side, complete. It's Collins. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Stanford, now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
So here are the Bills to take over. They were winners a week ago over the Bears, and they lead things here as well as they start this drive with a 1st and 10.
There takes him to the 45.
21, the ball.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
They'll keep it on the ground. Mayo, and he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 3rd down, Mayo, and he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up 1st downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on 1st and 2nd down, because that leaves them 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ferguson. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 29-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Castillo on 1st and 10. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
To throw is Castillo, operating from the gun. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Noah Fant, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time.
They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. And a give this time to the tailback. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Off the play fake, Stanford. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
Complete.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
On 1st down, Stanford, short pass caught by Henry. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Delayed give to Collins. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll go as a loss of 5, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
This is taken at about the 14. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Buffalo set to get the football back here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Mayo. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Able to find Higgins. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. We're in the third quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Castillo. Over the middle, complete. That's Ferguson. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 15 yards on the play. First down.
End of the third quarter.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Castillo throwing on first down. And his throw is going to be incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and that'll bring up second down. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. That's taken in by Higgins. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Now Castillo on 3rd and 2. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ferguson. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
Now, all through this one, they've had nothing but success throwing the football and in the passing game. Here we are in the 4th quarter. A time you'd think they'd be running the football. They're still tossing it around and having great success. And it appears a whole lot of fun as well.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line.
Down at the 31.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Mayo. And he's going to take this down close to the 1st as he's brought down at the Patriots' 23. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. Castillo now on first down. This is the tight end Fant. And this will leave him a yard. short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park.
Sometimes I need a check, not to sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. You change names, I like your respect. You're the morning when I get expected at the back. In fact,
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Mayo, and the Bills are going to have a first and goal as some good running there gets them down to about the 2-yard line, knocking on the door. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with second and goal coming up. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up fourth and goal.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on fourth and goal from the 1. They'll try and run for it. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. So they went for it from the 1 on fourth and goal, and they got it done.
Is this the new NFL?
This is the new NFL.
This is the updated NFL, and I like it. I know that quarterbacks across the league have spent the entire offseason and even during the season lobbying their coaches to go for it more on fourth down. Let's go get it, because nowadays you've got to score points to win games in the NFL. You can't just rely on your defense to hold them.
I think the quarterbacks want to eliminate field goals inside of 30 yards probably.
Well, listen, they have enough confidence in themselves that they can call plays and make plays that they won't need those field goals inside the 30.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25.
New England trying to get a place on offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Throwing on first down. Stanford. Short pass caught by Henry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
To number 40.
It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it's a second down.
2nd and 4 at the 43-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Stanford, and he's got him. Got his man on the end route, complete.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. From the gun on 3rd down, Stanford. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. From the gun, Stanford. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Stanford.
6 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 27-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Stanford. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
Stanford.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. From the gun, Stanford drops it underneath for Collins. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. That catch good for only a couple. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. They'll go with Jones. He's fighting, but they're not going to let him in. Stopped at the 2-yard line. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And the Bills' goal line stand is going to get him the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line.
The tackle made.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Buffalo, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll be able to enjoy this one.